What is up, guys? Logan from Geeks of the West, and I have some Fear the Walking Dead news, and appropriately, I am playing Killing Floor, a zombie wave survival game. It is a great game. This is the first one. I'm glad I picked it up. The thing that made me want to pick it up is, look, I saw gameplay back when I was in 6th or 7th grade, and I thought it looked great. I might have been in 8th grade. I don't even remember. I graduated high school, just so you know. Well, I kind of graduated high school. Anyway, nonetheless, I saw gameplay. I looked at it and I was like, this is fucking great. This looks so much fun. And recently, when I got my Steam account, I downloaded No More Room in Hell. No More Room in Hell is such a fun game for being an independent little project that, a couple smart people, a couple just really nobodies in the gaming industry decided to make, inspired by Killing Floor. And the thing is a lot of the maps have inspirations from Friday the 13th. Like, you're in this camp, and at the beginning, you hear the quote, it's a death curse, that quote. And then there's the original Day of the Dead in that bunker that they're in. There is a map based off of that. It's an objective-based map, not a wave survival map, the Day of the Dead one, but it reminds me so much of Day of the Dead. It is, it's based off Day of the Dead because it has that little rock coming out of the wall. It's fucking great. And it has the doctor's name. Oh my gosh, it's great. So I decided to pick up Killing Floor. This game is fucking fun. It's cool. You just blast zombies away. And sometimes you have less players than what I have now. And it's just like zombies are coming from everywhere. You're having to constantly run away. It's hard to play on solo because you will fucking die quick. I'm just saying. Nonetheless, I have Fear the Walking Dead news. I am a huge fan of The Walking Dead and zombie fiction in general. Fear the Walking Dead to me is a great show. And so is The Walking Dead. So let's go ahead and let's tackle this news. Gail Ann Hurd, one of the producers of The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, quote, "Viewers have always wondered whether there is a way out of avoiding the zombie apocalypse. In Season 2, they may very well find out," unquote. That is awesome, because at the end of Season 1, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Fear the Walking Dead and you are watching Fear the Walking Dead news, you need to get the fuck out right now. Okay. At the end of Season 2, the pimp guy that saves Nick, I believe his name is Nick, the the discount Donnie Jeb crackhead, heroin addict, it's revealed that he has a boat and that they intend on reaching the boat and trying to wait out the zombie apocalypse on the boat. So it's cool that Gail Ann Hurd kind of teases that they will find a way to avoid the zombie apocalypse. And it makes me wonder, are they actually going to avoid the zombie apocalypse? The thing is, though, is if you're on a boat, you have very, very limited supplies. So how is that going to work out? I mean, I'm excited to see how it does work out. I mean, it's obviously not going to work out, but it'll work for a little while, at least until they run out of supplies and have to go back on land once they realize, hey, shit's not getting better. Shit's going to get worse. Spoiler alert, if you watch The Walking Dead, shit already gets worse. It's not going to get better. Of course, there is an off chance that some cities are better off than others, so maybe LA does manage to pull itself together with some sort of martial law, like a bigger version of Alexandria or Woodbury, but that's not going to happen. I honestly doubt that's going to happen. That's like far-fetched, okay? So it'll be cool to see how the boat plays out, if they even make the boat. And what kind of threats would there be on the boat? Obviously running out of supplies. So no matter what, they're going to have to face the undead when they go back to land for supplies. You're not always going to catch fish. You're not going to have fresh fucking water out on the ocean. And there is going to be storms that you're going to have to go back on land to avoid. Okay? Especially in California, the fucking Pineapple Express. Here on the West Coast, we don't have fucking hurricanes. But we have the Pineapple Express. It fucking rains and floods. Okay, that shit is dangerous out here. Okay, I got stranded at a fucking grocery store when I was in 4th or 5th grade. And they had to get a semi-truck to drive us through some of the floodwaters. And that wasn't even our worst flood ever. Luckily, we haven't had one. We haven't had a bad flood since. But, that's just luck. That's all luck. And Ruben Blades, the one who plays Daniel Salazar, the man from Panama. I believe it was the Hispanic, no, actually the Latino man. I think he's from Panama. No, it's Salvadorian. Excuse me, Salvadorian. So Latino character, the actor shares his zombie survival tips. He teases a little bit, and he says ability to keep. He says observing that one important thing is the quote ability to keep a cool head, stay calm in case of an emergency. The worst that can happen to someone, including someone who's in great physical shape, is freaking out. And the thing is that is very, very important. Um, it's so true. If you freak out, you're gonna get fucked. Like if you make a one mistake just from freaking out, you will be fucked. And we kind of see this in The Walking Dead. Look, Rick Grimes, he sees the horde of zombies, he freaks the fuck out, turns around, and starts going back, and he finds himself surrounded, then he turns around to the other horde, and he's like, oh shit, and he starts blasting bullets off, which is not only gonna draw more, it's gonna fucking draw more walkers towards him. And then he gets himself caught under the tank, and he's freaking out, so he's about ready to get torn to pieces by zombies. He's about ready to shoot himself in the head. But at that time, luckily, Rick was calm and thinking, and he was cool-headed, and he was able to get out of that situation. So we see stuff like that. We see the bar scene in season 2 when those two guys, I think it's Dave and Eric. I don't fucking remember the names. Dave and Erickson. I don't remember the. God, I don't know where they're from, but they're from that camp. And Herschel and Glenn and Rick are trapped in the bar. Or they're not really trapped in the bar at the moment. But the two characters, one starts pissing on the floor, right? And if Rick wasn't cool-headed, he would have fucking died. But he was cool-headed. And that was kind of one of the turning points for Rick when he snapped and he realized, all right, I'm going to have to kill somebody. I have to kill these people to protect my people. That was when he realized you either kill or you die. You got to realize what you're killing for. And essentially, he killed for his family. Rick is able to make quick, rational decisions when he is cool-headed. We see in season 3 when he's hallucinating and seeing his wife Lori after she dies. Spoiler alert! Fucking seriously. When we see he's hallucinating and then he's pinned up to the fence against zombies and he's about to get bitten, right? He wasn't thinking rationally. He wasn't being cool-headed. He fucking lost his mind and he almost bit the dust because of it. But Daryl fucking Dixon saves him with an arrow to the head from the fucking walker that was about to bite Rick. And then Rick, all of a sudden, moment of clarity, he's back in his mojo and he's thinking rationally. He's like cool-headed and he's thinking to himself, he's like, shit, fuck, we gotta save these people. We gotta save my group from the governor and all the zombies that they just unleashed in the prison. So being cool-headed is very important, which is also why I like the pimp, the businessman, whatever the hell he is. I think he's a pimp from Fear the Walking Dead, the one that saves Nick in that sort of prison camp that the National Guard has set up. I like that instant because he saves Nick's life and he gets him out of that situation because he's cool-headed and he's thinking rationally. He's not being an idiot and he's not freaking out. And we also have to realize that when Nick, the very first episode of Fear the Walking Dead, when Nick sees this very first zombie that he sees and he's freaking out, that's when he gets struck by a car, man. That's what almost fucking ends it for him. So that is proof that even the most fit person, they're freaking out, get themselves killed right off the bat. So that was just some simplistic news from The Walking Dead. It wasn't really news, or Fear the Walking Dead, sorry. It wasn't really news. It was just some quotes. But I thought they were pretty cool because it made me think about the show more. And quotes from the actors, producers, directors, so on and so forth can really get you to think about the show. And it kind of gives you information that you can make predictions ahead. Excuse me. As far as the pimp goes, I think he's going to make it a couple more seasons. I really, really do. I I don't know. It's really hard to tell which main characters are gonna die from Fear the Walking Dead. They killed the ex-wife, which I did not see coming, and it's gonna be really hard for them to kill off those characters. It feels like. Anyway, I could be wrong because that's what it feels like with The Walking Dead. Like I couldn't see them killing off Andrea. I kind of expected Herschel to die at one point, but I couldn't see them killing off Andrea for the most part. Excuse me. Or Merle. I thought Merle was gonna be safe, man. I thought he was going to be safe. Beth's death was really shocking as well. I was like, oh fuck, man, what the hell is going on? And then Glenn's whatever Glenn's fate is, that was like really that was like, holy shit, you know, like I can't believe they actually did that. If he dies, it's gonna be like, holy shit, they just killed him. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's different. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like Fear the Walking Dead, I might do some more news. For the most part, this is a gaming and technology oriented channel, but I love media all the way around. And we peace out, guys. Thank you. Have a good one.